Hello and welcome to Vantage Point Media, where I discuss about social and spiritual issues. In the last episode, I read an excerpt from my new book, No Girl is Limited, and then I expounded about it. I told you about how this book is generally about how to raise kids, how the father or the dad is supposed to be engaged in the lives of his kids. And I explained to you that raising a kid or raising a child is not just about feeding them, is not just about your physical presence as a dad. You also have to be emotionally connected to your children. You also have to be available so that they can watch how you're thinking, your thought process. They also watch your emotional processes and balance so that they know at what level they should talk to you. And once they know that, you're able to have a cordial relationship. They are able to approach you and talk to you, and you can explain to them sticky issues that they have in their mind. You can answer the questions that they have. Children are curious, and they will ask you questions wanting to know. And when you form that relationship, you are going to guide them in their life throughout, and you'll not have many problems because you already have a relationship with them. They will experience the world around them, the world out there, with confidence. They'll step out and conquer and become who they are meant to be because already the foundation at home is good. In the same episode, I talked about how parents tell their children to be good, to be kind, to be loving. But in this book, I am having a different approach, which is I am teaching my girl here, who is the center or the central character in this book. And you can as well replace a girl with a boy. It will still serve the same purpose. And telling her that I'm going to teach her how to become that which I'm telling her, which is love, kindness, and how to be empathetic. Let me continue reading and then I'll expound on it. Today, I'm going to tackle the topic of love. And I'm posing a question. What is love? I will define love and try to show its different manifestations and how they play out in our lives and what it means to love or to be loved. I start by asking a question. What is love? Love is a high, deep, vibrating frequency feeling of affection that keeps us in resonance with the object of our affection. It is a sweet emotional feeling that occurs within someone when interacting with another person or with something. The love vibration is produced by our hearts, which transmits the love emotion across the space between one person and the other person, and is then received by the heart of that other person as the feeling of love. This is the reason why you can feel and know someone who loves you even without them saying they love you. Here I'm saying that love is a very sweet feeling which plays out in our body. It is an affection, and when you have it and you direct it towards somebody or something, you feel connected and one with that thing in which you're directing your love to. And it is transmitted in form of a frequency. Everything vibrates. Everything moves in terms of frequencies. Everything is energy. I am a piece of energy. My emotions are energetic centers. All the emotions that I experience are just different types of energies expressing themselves in myself, positively or negatively. So love is a positive affection, a feeling of affection. Love requires much energy to vibrate at a very high frequency, while hate only requires a small amount of energy to vibrate at a very low emotional frequency. So I'm making a distinction between love and hate. This is why it is so easy to hate than to love, because hate just vibrates at a very low frequency. And if you don't take care and if you're not intentional in loving somebody, you find yourself judging people, looking at people as though you are better than them. But when it's love, you want to elevate your affection so that you can send it to that person and they receive it as an affection from you. I'm telling my girl here, who is the central character in this book, that if you want to be the person who will be giving out love, you must choose to become love. Then you will develop the behavior of loving, and then the loving behavior will become your daily habit, and your loving habit will graduate to become your nature, which then creates your destiny. When you choose love, get into your mind and tell your mind that you have chosen to be giving love. This is how to start to become love. Then meditate over the thought. Feel how it feels to receive love. Feel how it feels to give love. When you do this, your mind will go to work and align all the senses to the chemical activities that are responsible for producing the love emotion. These chemicals will be secreted in enough quantities such that you'll become love itself. Once you attain the love of being pure love, you will have inner peace and confidence, and you will be radiating love wherever you are, and everybody coming into contact with you will feel your love and get attracted to you. They will feel your positive energy. They will feel your positive vibe. They will see and feel something unique in you, because you will be brightening the world around you and around them too. Everything you do or say will be the representation of who you are. They will engage you in conversations out of a desire to know you. You will attract your love partner even you without opening your mouth. You will find that you are receiving from people as much as you are giving. Love attracts. Love causes unity, peace, and harmony. This is a very important part, because say it's a romantic relationship, for example. When you see somebody, you look at them, their physical features, and something they're doing, and you feel you like them. When you continue liking whatever they are doing, suddenly you start having a feeling of affection, and your heart generates that affectionate energy, which then is transmitted within the field between this space here and another person. There is no space actually. It's a field of energy, and these frequencies travel there, and they're able to reach into the heart of this other person, and that other person start feeling something from you. And if they look at you and they see you as a good person and they like you, they also elevate their love frequency, and at some point they merge and you connect and you become one. That's how you do it. Let me continue. When we love something, we get positive results. For example, we say, I love my career, meaning that we feel so good and so passionate when working in our career, and the results are usually tremendous achievement. We also say, I have fallen in love with someone, meaning that when a man and a woman in a romantic relationship fall deeply in love with each other, their love energies fuse and they become one. The male love and the female love collapse into one indistinguishable emotional entity. These emotions of love of the two get married. Marriage is the fusion of two loving energies, and a wedding is the celebration of this fusion of two loving hearts. Here I'm just trying to say that the point at which a man and a woman gets married, it's at that point where the two love energies, their two respective love energies, merge and fuse. And this is where even the Bible says, two shall become one. And therefore, after you have agreed in terms of being one, if you want, then you can proceed and go and have a wedding, which basically is a celebration of this fusion of two loving hearts. It's just a celebration. But the marriage happens the moment the two love emotions fuse. So, nothing can separate this fused or joined loving energy except death. Matthew 19:6 says, no one can separate what God has put together. And God in this context refers to the attribute of God of being pure love. You know, we say God is love. And that love that is God is the same love that we experience. We cannot see God with our eyes. The only way we connect with God is through experiences. So we experience God playing out in our lives, and we see a manifestation of the God attributes around us. You look around and you see the attributes of God. But the real divine that is God is just felt, and that's how it interacts with us. So here, the writer of this verse is basically saying that God is love, and you can interchange it. So I'm aware, and this is something I need you to understand and to pay attention to, because it will have an effect as I continue reading. I am aware that this verse of Matthew 19:16, which says, "No, let no one separate what God has put together," has been misinterpreted to mean that a married couple cannot separate or divorce, which has led to so much suffering in marriage, especially for women and children. The simple and truthful interpretation of this verse is that love is what unites a man and a woman in marriage. And since the two love each other without coercion, they can also decide to end their love on their own. One of the lovers can decide of their own volition to separate from the union, or the two lovers can mutually agree to separate. The separation will happen the moment one of the partners decides to withdraw their share of love from the union, or when the two of them decide to amicably pull out their respective share of love from the union, in which case the marriage collapses even before physical separation. It is therefore factual to say that no one else can cause a married couple to separate except themselves. And there are certain things that will cause this fusion of these loving energies to separate. And I'm going to name them down here. Some of the things which could make one partner withdraw their share of love from the union and therefore cause a separation or the death of a marriage relationship are: 1, infidelity, untrustworthiness, spousal abuse, and domestic violence. Since love is not rude, is not self-seeking, keeps no record of wrong, and does not delight in the evil of infidelity, untrustworthiness, spousal abuse, and domestic violence, there is no justification for a man and a woman to physically remain in a marriage relationship when the love that united them in the first place has died. Just like no one else can separate married couples, so should no external entity force or coerce a partner in a marriage to stay and endure the pain of dead love. Romans 12:9 says, or instructs us, that love must be sincere. We should hate what is evil and cling to what is good. I guess here what I'm trying to tell my girl is, out of the realization of how many marriages have run into trouble after we have seen splashy weddings, after we have seen people coming together and making vows to remain together, you see that mostly women go through a lot of pain when their love is mishandled by their husbands. Also, husbands can also have their love mishandled by women. And once you mishandle love, by hurting love, by doing all these things that I've enumerated here, of being untrustworthy, engaging in acts of infidelity, you hurt the love, and that love automatically dies. Someone can forgive you and give you a chance to revive the love and continue living together. But if it doesn't happen, that someone forgives you, then you have hurt love. And there's nothing as painful as when love is hurt. It is going to manifest in very negative ways within the family. It's going to affect the children because your relationship and your husband is going to be tainted. And the harmony that existed in the family is going to be affected. And we are going to have a chaotic situation in the family. And you're going to lose morale. You're going to even lose the ability to go to work as an excited person. You will start losing direction in life. And so sometimes it even graduates to become physical abuse, which means there are fights, you know. There are very serious fights where somebody is physically harmed. And if love is kind, then we shouldn't have this happening. And now we cannot use that part of the Bible which says, let what God has put together, let no man separate, because we have misinterpreted it. What love has put together, let no other man separate. But this love exists between two people, and they agreed to come together. Therefore, if this love dies, they can as well disengage by themselves and decide we are going our separate ways. And the community and the society should not be judgmental, should not look at them as divorcees and call them names and start causing them additional pain, right? I'm very passionate about this topic of love in as far as in marriage it is concerned, because of the kind of pain I see spouses going through when love has died in marriage. Thank you for coming in here and watching this episode. I will continue to read excerpts from this book in subsequent videos. Please subscribe, like, share, make a comment. And this book is available in Kenya at a bookshop called the Nuria Bookshop, which is located at a building called the One Building opposite Temple House along Way Avenue. You can also reach out to me and get a copy through my social media handles: Facebook, Peter Mbuthia; Instagram, Peter Mbuthia01; Twitter, Peter Mbuthia01, and I'll get you a copy. Thank you for now. Until next time, bye.